So students, in last video we were discussing about errors. In this video we'll talk about different types of errors. So as we know that if our measured value is not equal to the true value, then the difference between true value and the measured value of that quantity is called error. Today we will discuss about these different types of errors. So in this way, the first error is constant error. So here you can see what is the definition of constant error. Error which affect the observation by same amount. What does it mean? If you are taking any observation and in each observation you notice the difference between true value and measured value is same, then the error is called constant error. Developed due to the faulty calibration of the scale. What is systematic error? Systematic error which tends to occur in one direction, either positive or negative. So as we all know that our true value may be greater than observed value or measured value, or it may be less than. So whenever you will take the difference between true and observed value, you will get positive or negative result. If you are taking many observations and in each observation your measured value is less than your true value, you will get true value minus observed value always positive. So these type of errors are called systematic errors, developed due to instrumental errors, experimental techniques, personal errors. Next type of error is random error. So as you can see the definition, errors which occur irregularly and at random in magnitude and direction, just opposite to the systematic error. In systematic error we have studied that it is a one directional error, but in random error sometimes your observed value comes greater or sometimes it comes lower than the true value. So it's a bidirectional and nothing is fixed here. So such errors developed by chance and arise due to slight variation in the attentiveness. Okay, so these are the random errors. Next type of error is least count error. So what is least count? The smallest division on the measuring scale is called least count. So if we have, for example, if we have this scale, so what is the least count of this scale? The smallest division on the measuring scale, that is millimeter. Okay, so this error is developed due to limitation imposed by least count. Okay, next error is gross error. No correction can be applied for gross error. First of all, you have to note it. Okay, then the definition is these errors are developed due to improper adjustment of apparatus or carelessness. Okay, so this is all about the types of errors. Next we'll talk about random errors. So as we have seen the definition that random errors are bidirectional. They may be positive, they may be negative. These three types of errors we have to study in random error: mean absolute error, relative error and percentage error. How to minimize the random error? So you can see here, by repeating the measurement large number of times, one can minimize the random errors. So it's very simple. If you are getting lots of deviated results, then you can take the average value. If you're not getting faithful result during your measurement, then you can repeat your measurement several times and you can take the average value. So by taking average of all measurements, we can get the true value of the measurement. Consider that we are taking observations during any experiment and we are getting results A1, A2, A3, A4 and dash dash dash. Several times you have done this, like n times. So you have taken n observations. N observation. So as we know that by taking average of all the observations, we can get the actual value or the true value of the measurement. So true value, how to get true value of any experiment? A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus dot 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 AN over number of observation, that is n. So it is true value also called mean value, that is A. So it is represented by A. Okay. Now we know that our actual value is A, but our measured values are A1, A2, A3, A4, An. So definitely there is a difference between A and A1. So here we will evaluate the differences. A minus A1, true value minus measured value. A minus A2, true value minus measured value. Similarly, A minus A3 and dot 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 A minus An. Friends, this is delta A1. It may be positive or negative. Similarly, this is delta A3 and also may be positive and negative. An. So the difference between the true value and the measured or observed value is called absolute error. So all these differences that we have calculated are called absolute error. Absolute errors. We can get the magnitude of the absolute errors. Delta A1, delta A2, delta A3, similarly delta An. Now, what is mean absolute error? Mean absolute error. Mean absolute error delta A bar is actually average of all the absolute errors. We have these absolute errors in each observation and we can take the average of these. So we'll get delta A1 plus delta A2 plus delta A3 plus dot 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 delta An over N. So this is called mean absolute error, the average of all absolute errors. Now what is relative error? The second term is relative error. Relative error. So it is a ratio of mean absolute error to the true value of measurement. This is called relative error. And what is percentage error? What is percentage error? If you will multiply the relative error by 100, then you will get the percentage error. Sometimes this delta A bar is also represented by delta A. So here you can use delta A over A. Here you can also place delta A by A into 100. This is also another representation of percentage error. So students, this is your homework. The length of rod as measured in any experiment is found to be 2.48, 2.46, 2.50, 2.48 meters. Find the average length and percentage error. We have the formula we can use and we can apply. So these are the observed values. So first you have to take the average and you have to find the true value, then you will go for the percentage error. Next question is similarly reading of a period of oscillation of a pendulum is found to be in this way. Find percentage error. In the last question, learn and write all types of errors in your FAIR notebook. So students, in next video we will study about combination of errors. Students, complete these topics in your FAIR notebook. Thank you.